Hi guys, it's me Diddies, and yes, you saw right in the title, I am starting a new challenge. This is my fourth challenge that I'm doing at the moment in The Sims 4. I've got the 100 Baby Challenge, I've got the Woohoo Bathhouse Challenge, I have the one I do over on Twitch, the Shipwreck Challenge, and now we're starting this Medieval Legacy Challenge. So let me just really quickly show you what the rules are. They'll be linked in the description below, but I just want to give a quick shout out to AussieCast Plays and For the Love of Sims, two YouTube creators who have highly inspired me. They do this challenge themselves, and I've just been binging their series and I couldn't help it. I had to get in and I had to start myself. So I'll introduce you to our first generation. This is Marnie. So Marnie's actually a teen. I thought it was appropriate for the era to make her a teen. However, this is her husband, Tristan, and they're not actually married in the game yet, but like for storytelling they are married. And I am not gonna actually let her get pregnant until she's a young adult, so don't worry about that. Her family kind of like arranged this marriage with this man, Tristan, who wanted to move here to the forest, and her dowry was this rather beautiful llama. I don't have a name for the llama yet, so if you have any ideas, put them in the comments. I'll let you guys name them. And also, if you have any baby names, let me know as well, because for the first generation, we have to have 5 kids, so we'll have we'll have a lot. I have The Sims on long lifespan for the minute. That may change later on. Okay, well Marnie's already started to build her cooking skill. That's great. I don't think that they have like a super high relationship. Yeah, they don't at the moment, but we'll just pretend that they're, you know, married. She's a very quiet type. I think she is a loner. Yeah, she's a loner and loves the outdoors, and her aspiration is outdoor enthusiast. You're technically meant to be following the freelance botanist, but I've done that so many times before that I just thought it would be more fun if I did the Granite Falls aspiration. Tristan is mean, a slob, and a maker, and I've given him freelance botanist, but I think I'll have him actually start fishing because they are going to be living, I do not know the Granite Falls area at all. They're going to be living off the grid and simple living, so he needs to get his fishing skill up. Where is the river? Okay, he's already overheating and he's burnt his arm on the campfire. That's too bad. Oh, and look at their house. So this house is by, no, that's the neighbor's house. I feel like I'm talking really fast because I'm so excited. You guys, I have been planning this legacy challenge for weeks, maybe even months, maybe even since I started watching AussieCast Plays, but I'm so freaking excited to finally be filming it. This is their house. It's a very simple lodge. The rules state that you're only allowed 3 rooms, and I've actually in fact only given them 2 rooms here. Like there's no way we're going to be able to fit 5 kids, but we'll just deal with that when we get there. I'll set their money to 1,000, I think. And they're off the grid and simple living, so let's get them to, like, I think Tristan's gonna go and fish. Okay, they're chatting and playing in the rain. Marnie is tense. That's too bad. Also, I feel like the name Marnie, it just came to me in the same way that Candice's name did, and I do not know if I've stolen it from somebody else because it just seemed like so obvious to me that her name was Marnie, but like why? I don't know why. It was just so clear that that is what she was called. I did create them all on Twitch. They were both randomly generated from parents that I have now deleted. So they're completely unique and I'm excited to play with them. I'm going to have Marnie, maybe she should be fishing too. That could be like a fun bonding thing, I guess. I'll have her fish with her husband. And I think Generation 1 is going to be very strict gender roles, so she's going to do all the cooking, all the cleaning, and Tristan is going to do the fishing, I guess, and maybe a bit of the gardening. I will get him like a handiness table at one point, once they have a bit of money. I do need to give away half of their money each week in taxes. That is part of the rules of this generation. If you've seen any of my other challenges, I just do want to warn you that what I have planned for this one is a little bit darker, a little bit less like goofy than what I've historically done on this channel, but I think it's going to be some really interesting storytelling. So definitely I clicked the wrong button. I clicked the wrong button, but I can show you here. They're in like the secluded wilderness. I've kept the Granite Falls Park so that Marnie can finish off her aspiration for the area, but I've also set it up with the mod that allows you to live in non-residential worlds. So they live here, and they've got one family that is their neighbors, but then the rest of these are all just like generic parks. So it's hopefully going to be quite secluded. That's the vibe that I'm going for. Oh, she's already catching fish. Wow. Is her husband joining her? He doesn't seem to be. Oh, he's too uncomfortable. Suck it up, son. Yeah, I don't remember what I was just saying, but basically, just follow if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell because you'll get these episodes as soon as they come out. I'm thinking I'll keep the editing kind of like light. I won't stick in all the like memes and music and stuff that I normally do because I want to get these out as frequently as possible and as quickly as possible. So quantity over quality, I'm thinking, but I'll still make it good. I have like, you have no idea. I have so much planned. I have like all the generation stories planned out. I cannot wait to share everything with you guys. Marnie's freaking killing it here. But I think her husband is kind of hungry. They don't know each other too well at the moment. They've only just been married and moved here. I assume that Tristan inherited the land or bought it very cheaply. So when they moved here with their llama, they're still kind of newlyweds. He's going to, I think, gently suggest that Marnie goes and cooks some food. And she's saying like, all right, whatever you say, cook off the grid. I guess she can only really make fish on a stick. I don't know how many that serves, but I'm gonna have him get in out of the rain and he'll just like wait for his dinner. Because they are the peasant generation, I wanted to make everything a little bit grimy, a little bit dirty. It's a bare dirt floor. They do not have a toilet, they don't have plumbing. They do have a bath, however. You gotta keep cooking, honey. Oh, he's saying we need to name your llama, and then I think she's like, okay. I feel like she would respond with very like simple phrases to anything that he says. She's very shy. No, I don't want to say she's exactly shy. Why can't she cook that? Because maybe the herbs are in the way. Move those herbs. Yeah, she's not shy, but she is a private person. See, he is literally just waiting for her to cook. It would be great if I could give them a fireplace as well so he could warm up, but they're peasants. I don't think they can afford it. What the heck? Who are you? Sorry? That's the king. We're gonna pretend we don't see him. That's literally the king. Has he come in for like the right of the first night? No, I'm gonna send him away. How do I don't know how to make him leave. The king literally just walked in and then was like, nope, bye. Okay, I'm gonna say that he came in to take advantage of his right of the first night, then saw that Marnie was literally a teenager and was like, no, never mind. No, sorry, Marnie, you can't eat that, it's for your husband. Okay, so he's gonna eat that. She will, oh, she's not that hungry anymore. I'll let her go quickly pee in the bush outside. That is their bathroom. Oh, it made her happy. Because she loves outdoors, I think this hard way of life is not going to be that difficult for her, especially with her aspiration of outdoor enthusiast. I'm thinking that Marnie came from quite a big family, like one of many, maybe 10 siblings. And the fact that she was even able to arrange a marriage is something that her parents were really pleased about. So they shipped her off with the llama as quickly as they could. Tristan is not, he's not a bad man. He has his own place. She's doing the washing up. Okay, well, can you take that to the hamper? The fact that she's already having to clean after him and cook for him. Is it still raining? No. Okay, I'm gonna have her go and maybe do a little bit more fishing. In later generations, we won't really have the women go off by themselves, but because she's in the middle of the woods, I think that she would consider herself fairly safe. There are wolves that live in these woods, but chances of encountering another person are very slim. They didn't see anybody on the way here. They know that they have neighbors, but she's within sight of her house here, so I think she considers herself to be quite safe out here. And she also probably wants a break after her first day spent with her. Well, maybe they've been together for like a couple of weeks or so traveling, and they finally got to their new place. So this isn't really ticking off, and she has been doing it. I'm wondering if maybe I have to have her go to the forest park. But what's good about living here is that some of the plants are just showing up on their land. Like, I don't know what this is, a fire leaf. I didn't plant these, they just popped up by themselves. I don't know if there's anything actually in season though. Possibly not. Well, I can see some fireflies over here by her house, so I'm going to have her start collecting them. I know that the plants don't interact super well with the seasons pack, so I'll have her work on her ambition. Is that what they're called? Aspiration. I'll have her work on her aspiration while she's young, while she's a teen. Hopefully I can get a lot of it done before she starts having her 5 children. Okay, she's caught 3 fireflies. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, okay, so there's this little area that I didn't know about. I'm gonna say this is sort of on the border towards the nearest town. I think geographically they are quite near, like in my world, they're quite near Windenburg and they're quite near... Why can I not... I don't know why I can't harvest them. Yeah, they're near Windenburg and they are near the vampire town. Anywhere that has these like pine trees, I'm thinking is kind of on the same continent in this world. And we've got a king and queen of this world, this location, and that's the fire family who I gave a makeover to. And then we have oh, she's sleeping outdoors. Oh, here we go, harvest all. Oh, this is going to be really good having this little garden here. And we've got a king and queen in Henford on Bagley as well. But as peasants, they really have not a lot to do with the royal family except for when it comes to the harvest, which happens occasionally. If you look at the calendar, this is something that I picked up from Aussiecast Plays. I do also use it in my shipwreck challenge to stop Lucy going to school. I have holidays on every single day that have basically day off school. So I'll change this when we get to the 2nd generation, but for now we have holidays on every single day. And I've also included things like All Souls Day, when people in the medieval times would have fires, and it's basically like Halloween. And we got a lot of those coming up. I might not acknowledge them every single year because that will get a bit samey. Alright, it's time for you to go home, Marnie. And I think probably Tristan's woken up, realizes he can't find his young bride. She's running home, realizing that she's been out all night. I think that he ignores the tradition of ground meal. I don't think they're going to be able to get a ground meal today. Yeah, he's going to question her where she's been, and I think she's going to, again, answer him very simply, like, oh, I was just taking a look around. And I'll have him look after... the llama, who does still need a name. Right, Marnie's hungry again. What can we do off the grid? I thought that she had fish. Well, we've got onions and carrots. Can we not cook anything with that? Can't even make a salad. Can't even make a garden salad. Oh, you need tomato and lettuce. Oh, that's very specific. Okay, well, we can start a little garden here with what we've found. I think that's gonna be good. So I'll have Tristan do the gardening, since that's his aspiration. Does he have any fish in his inventory? No. Marnie, I know you're hungry. You've gotta go get some fish, honey. Is she too uncomfortable for fishing? No. And Tristan's got some wool, so I'll have Marnie eventually. I'll get her like some knitting needles, and she can start learning that as a secondary skill. But I don't want to waste their money when they are this early on. Oh, she's a bit unhappy, isn't she? But I think she didn't really have, she didn't have high dreams for her own life. She's one of many, many siblings. She didn't expect to marry a nobleman or anything like that. She knew she was destined for a simple life or a hard life, and that's exactly what it looks like she's going to get with her husband, who doesn't seem that bad, really. I mean, he is older than her. Okay, Marnie's reached fishing level 2. That's great. Now, it's going to become obvious the more that I click on her needs bar. She does have a spellcaster trait, but I don't think she's going to use it, so sorry for spoilers, but I just wanted her bloodline to carry that. I just wanted it to be present. And she is going to be like a bit of a herby woman, a bit of a witchy woman, with all her knowledge of plants and herbs in the area. But yeah, I won't have her actually practicing magic. These fish don't seem to want to bite. Well, I guess they can eat carrots. Right, well then, she might wander a little bit further afield to find something to eat. She's found this unidentified fruit, for example. I think I have to install the tool mod so I can get rid of some of this stuff that just doesn't look like it belongs here. I'm just terrified of the tool mod, it scares me. So she's told Tristan, I'm just gonna go and look for something to eat, and he's just been like, oh, okay. So she's now harvested her first unidentified plant. How does one identify? Attempt to identify? She's acquired the herbalism skill. Good news. Marnie has no idea what plant this is. Building herbalism skill will help identify plants. I guess we'll have to eat it to find out. And hope it's something good. Yeah, living off the land. Okay, but we didn't find out what it was. Alright, she's found some basil here. There's something over here. And I'll have Tristan fish while he's in a good mood and while it's daylight outside. Marnie hasn't had a proper sleep in the bed yet, so she'll maybe do that when Tristan doesn't need her for anything. How does he have earbuds already? Bizarre. Right, at least neither of them care about a grand meal at this point because they're not getting one. So until I figure out everything in MC Command Center, we will get random sims coming here. It's inevitable, but I think we'll just have to try our best to ignore them because this is meant to be an extremely secluded area. They are in this forest, which is very far away from civilization. It is bordering on a town, but it's not the type of place that people go. It's not a vacation area in this world, in this universe. It is it's the outskirts of society. Oh, and this is the house where their neighbors live. I think they're the Tucker family. This is another one of Aria Faye's builds. I am in love with all of her builds. If you haven't seen her YouTube channel, check it out and look her up in the gallery. Aria Faye YT. Her stuff is incredible. Okay, Tristan's caught a fish. Give that to Marnie. Oh, yeah, and this is a small home, so when they're at home, they should develop skills faster. So maybe I should have her identify her herbs and things when she's actually home. Okay, Tristan is very hangry. I think he gets a bit grumpy when he's hungry, so he's yelled out to Marnie, cook me something, wife, or so you know, something like that. So she's going to, I guess, do another fish on a stick for him. Oh, she needs 2 fish for that. Okay, well, he's got plenty. Simple living is gonna make this very difficult. Ooh, okay, I can get them some bugs. How much does one of those cost? A bug farm from the Eco Lifestyle Pack? Well, I'm curious. I'm just curious about this new one that came out in the camping pack, the kids camping pack. Because it's new, maybe it's actually functional. And this is what I was looking for, insect farm. So I think they can cook some beetles with this, which they can eat. They are peasants, keep that in mind. It might sound like they have a horrible life. It's because they most definitely do. So I think we want to farm. It's crickets for popcorn cricket, so we'll do that. Tristan's going to clean the llama and vent about his tough life because he's hungry. Marnie's cooking. How's the vegetable patch coming along? Okay, it's growing. Tristan is bonding with the llama. Can he shear it again? It might be too soon. Yeah, it's way too soon. Okay, Marnie is going to tell Tristan that his dinner is ready. He's going to go in and eat it. Yeah, I want to just test this new fire. It's really unlikely that it's going to work in terms of letting them cook fish on it, because a lot of things that EA says are functional off the grid are not functional off the grid, in fact. Will it let me cook? No. Alright, well, we'll get rid of that. It's a real shame. I think I've wasted a little bit of their money by doing that as well. That's okay. I'd like to get them somewhere to sit out here as well, but I don't really have the money. Maybe I can get Tristan to start woodworking soon? They don't really have anything to do for fun either, so I'm surprised that neither of their fun is down. And they don't have a sink in their kitchen. They've only got this kind of sinky thing in the bathroom. You can't see me doing air quotes. I'm doing air quotes. Oh, she's having a great time. I will have her try to identify some of the things. Oh, she can plant that basil, or rather Tristan can plant it. Okay, he's using the pea bush. When he's done, he can start planting that basil. What is a huckleberry? Ooh, she's identified something successfully. Noxious elderberry. Ooh. She's reached level 2 of the herbalism skill. She can now brew deodorizing creams. Well, that's going to be good. That's good, a good thing for a peasant to be able to do. I wonder if she can do that on the grill here, or if I have to get her a special one. Ooh, she can make a sadness alleviation lotion. I might have her do that just to get her herbalism working. And you guys will have to let me know if it is too dark in here. I did my best, but it's very hard off the grid to get things lit up properly on a budget. So I probably won't have her plant the special herbalism things in the garden, because I think they're going to be more for her like private collection. Did she make that successfully? I don't know. Dude, do not. Do not. Okay, I guess I know how his fun is going on. I have him plant the basil. She'll clean up the trash that he just was jumping in. I guess I'll just let them get to know each other a little bit. It is super dark. I'll have to give him lights eventually, because I know this is hard on you guys as well as on me. I don't know what happened to her thing that she brewed. Like, I don't see it in her inventory. So they look like they're quite content, don't they? Oh, it bogs out. It seems to bog out. Maybe I'll have to... Oh no, they're on the floor. So she is doing it. It's working. Oh, he's yelling at her. I don't know why. She's gone to clean the cobwebs. I guess he said, stop brewing potions and clean up the place. And I think now he's apologizing. He's saying, sorry. It stinks around here, but I'm starting to realize maybe it's me. Didn't mean to yell. So he's gonna have a bath. I think she'll just go quietly over to the river and get some more water, wherever you do that from. Ooh, she can make a fruit salad now. Oh, but that's gonna use the special herbs. Can she still cook a fish on a stick? Yeah, she's a bit hungry now. He is fine. Their needs actually are decaying very slowly. I'm sure I won't be saying that when they have 5 kids. I think I'm gonna have to get rid of these sacred candles. As nice as they are, I need more light. I need more light in this room. Slightly better. What are her skills like? Okay, cooking 2, fishing 2, gardening 1, herbalism 3. Alright, that's not bad for like the second day. I'd say they're off to a pretty good start. So we might leave this first episode here, and yeah, let me know in the comments what you think we should call the llama, if you feel sorry for Marnie, if you feel sorry for Tristan, and I'll see you guys in the next one, which hopefully won't be too far away. Bye!